We moved back to a happier time earlier this season. Tuukka Rask being honored for 500 games. Only 36 since then, unfortunately. We're waiting for that 37th. He joins us now. Tuukka, how you doing?
I'm good. Doing the best I can. Thank you.
Yeah, it's such a strange time. And for a veteran who's been around the game and you know, you have your routine, you have your daily, your monthly, your annual routine. How strange has it been for you to just stop in your tracks? It's almost, I would assume the closest you probably ever felt is maybe the end of a playoff series, where it's just boom, you're in the middle of it and boom, it's over. But this one keeps lasting. How's it been for you?
Yeah, you got it. It's kind of, it almost feel like I retired. Honestly, it's like, because you can't do anything. Your workout space is limited. You can't go anywhere at the gym or play tennis or nothing. So it really has been strange. But then again, it's kind of like it stopped in the tracks like really quickly. But then it was the unknown that nobody knew what's going to happen. And that's where we are still, 2 months later. So it still hasn't hit me, I guess. You're still kind of, in the back of your head, you're kind of getting ready for the playoff run because, there hasn't been an announcement yet about the season. So we're still in the same situation that we were 2 months ago, but I'm just trying to keep my head clear and trying to keep my body mobile.
All right, you brought up the R word, retirement. You earlier said all options are going to be stuff we look at, and that kicked up a little hornet's nest. Were you surprised at the reaction when you said that?
I wasn't. I mean, it wasn't when I said it, it was after a practice. I was packing my bags, and it wasn't really an interview. It was just something that I, said. But obviously, during this time, the media has nothing to write about, so they're going to try to make a story about everything. So I wasn't really surprised. But yeah, listen, I haven't thought about retiring at all. It's just something that obviously I'm not going to say that I'll play 6 more years because I don't know if that's going to happen. So like, it's still, all options are out there, and we'll see what happens.
You talk about no word yet on when you resume, how you resume. I guess you went through a little of this in 12-13, right? You had the lockout, then you had to be ready to go. You guys didn't start till January. I remember, I think you beat the Rangers in that first game back. What was that like? And does that give you sort of any template to go on as far as being ready on a moment's notice to get things started?
Yeah, it's a little similar, but at that point, we could still practice and skate, and I was playing in Europe at that time, so you're staying sharp. But then again, you have a team here, the Boston Bruins, and you're kind of all in the separate places right now, and we're just trying to keep each other connected as a group. So if and when we do start, it won't be like first couple of weeks. It'll be everybody telling stories, and next thing you know, your summer started because you lost games. So we're just trying to kind of keep it on the back of our heads that, we're still a group, it's still a hockey team, and the season might resume. And once that happens, we'll be ready to kick the gear. But yeah, it's difficult times. But I'm sure once we hit the ice, everything's going to fall in place very quickly.
A few weeks back, Marchand said his worry is that when you get going again, a younger team might benefit because of the physical part of it. Butch came on the show and said he thinks an older team would benefit because they're smarter. How do you think you guys fit into all of this?
Well, lucky we have veteran guys and younger guys, so we should be all set. But obviously, the younger guys might be a little bit more quicker to get up to speed than the 35-plus-year-olds. But then again, you're a smart guy when you're an older guy. You know what you have to do and play with your hockey smarts more than your body. So it'll all mix and match pretty well for us. I think I'm not too worried about that. But it's definitely different times and weird times. And I think the biggest challenge for us is going to be how do we recapture the run that we were on before the stoppage, because we were playing great hockey and everybody was excited about the playoffs. And that's the biggest challenge mentally and physically for us to kind of, start where we left off.
Halak signed a one-year extension. He's coming back. How nice is that? The comfort level you two have. I would assume as you're getting older. Sorry, we all are. But if you get a younger guy, it's a different. Maybe you got to show him the ropes and show you and Halak kind of seamlessly jump in there. How nice is that for you?
It's great. It's great. He still got the hunger left in him too. To perform and to win. And I'm the same way. And I think our tandem has worked extremely well for us the past couple of years. And really excited about the third year. And we'll see what happens beyond that. But like you said, nobody's getting any younger. So there's going to be some young goalies coming in, and hopefully I can help them with my experience when they jump in the organization. And once there's going to be a younger guy taking the role as the Bruins goalie. So I'm looking forward to that challenge as well.
Zdeno Chara called you Boston's Wall a couple of weeks ago. Always nice to hear something like that from you, Captain, isn't it?
Yeah, he's a nice guy. I paid him a couple $100 for that. So
You got to get a new mask now. You got to get a wall as part of the helmet.
I doubt it. I haven't changed mine in the past 12 years, so I'll probably keep it as it is.
All right. We all watched, for good or bad, the reunion of the Stanley Cup team in 2011. That thing kind of went off the rails a couple of times, came back a couple of times. How fun was it for you to be in the moment, even though it was Zoom, to be with all those guys again?
It was awesome. It was, we haven't seen each other as a group for 10 years now. And everybody got together and, we were sharing the same stupid jokes with each other and kind of, kept going where we left off 10 years ago. So looking forward to the reunion, face to face with those guys in the upcoming years. But, definitely very entertaining for the fans, I would assume.
Yeah, it was, it was great. Like you said, I think at the beginning, everybody was being a little careful. Then when the barbs start flying and the old jokes start going, I think everybody was right back there in the dressing room again.
Yeah, exactly.
When you see fans in the future at a stadium, what do you say to them for the fans who are hanging here through all this? You guys, obviously, as athletes, have to sort of keep that focus going for when you start again. But you know what Bruins fans are like. You know what that ovation is going to be like when you get to play a game with fans in the stands. You've bonded with the fans of Boston for a long time now. What do you say to them for hanging with you guys through all of this?
Well, thank you. First of all, thank you. I know it's tough. First and foremost, you're trying to keep yourself and your loved ones healthy, but I know how much everybody misses the sports. Like, so do we as athletes. So just hang in there, keep hanging in there. And like everybody says, we're going to get through this. And, it's going to be even better when we get through this because, once the stadiums are filled with fans again and you feel that connectiveness, it'll be so much better. So thanks for all the fans hanging in there and keep on cheering us.
I'll ask you lastly, Tuukka. I remember after the Boston Marathon bombing, right? The Red Sox season continued and they got woven in that. But you guys actually played the home game before that. And that was one of the most emotional returns to the ice, to the field that I've ever seen. I mean, it's kind of a reminder what sports can do for a community, isn't it?
Exactly. Yeah, that's, I remember that very clearly. It was a very, very emotional game right after that. And it sort of brought people back together. And that's what sports are for. Obviously sometimes you forget about it because what you're thinking is winning and winning. But, you can't forget that, it's about fans coming together and cheering for their home teams and kind of trying to forget about whatever's going on in their lives. So I hope that soon enough, we can fill those stadiums with people again and they can keep on cheering and kind of forget about all this Corona stupidity that's going on.
We're all keeping our fingers crossed and washed as we wait for
right.
that. Tuukka, we appreciate the time. Good to see you. Be well.
Thank you, TC. Thanks.
Tuukka Rask with us here at Home with TC, presented by People's United Bank. Rolls on after this.